This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Birdman calling his wife, Tony Braxton after Versus. Tamara was there, whatever. Birdman was angry all night because he knows he lost the Versus. It wasn't like a sweep like you thought. He was probably mad that Lil Wayne didn't show up, but Lil Wayne didn't get paid to show up. You know? It's a different situation with a Turk versus a Wayne. Wayne's the biggest artist to come off of Cash Money ever, because you can't really include Drake and Nicki because they're Young Money Cash Money. I'm talking about just Cash Money. You know, it was Juvenile, then it was Wayne. So, and they don't have the best relationship. He's not going to just do it for the team. Maybe he would have back in the day, but not now. Not after Birdman, you know, was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. So anyways, the salesman got the brunt of it. Remember this, the salesman that goes around with the clever little lines? Well, Birdman started yelling at him because he was trying to sell Birdman some shoe stuff and do some content. Birdman started yelling at him, "Yo, play with somebody else, man. Don't play with me." I was like, jeez. Then you see Birdman with Swiss Beats, doing that kiss butt thing he does with everybody. Yo, man. Gotta take a break, man. You don't take no breaks. Birdman takes breaks. He's on tour with Young Boy right now because he needs to keep making cash. He doesn't have a ton of cash put away. People who get their houses foreclosed on and everything don't have a ton of cash. They spent a lot of cash. I'm not saying that was Birdman's only house. It's just that he lost a few of his homes. Of course, Birdman still has money. I'm just saying. He wants to live a certain lifestyle with Bugattis and everything. You got to keep making money. So he's trying to manage Young Boy right now and get him over to Cash Money. But it seems like Young Boy re-signed with Motown. So I don't know how long. I mean, I guess he'll be out of that deal soon because he dropped so many albums. But hey. Mercedes was upset because she didn't get to perform for No Limit. But she's not the draw again. She's like a Turk. It's like they're going to go out with their best stuff. No Limit member EBK Juvie questions G Herbo working with Moneybagg Yo instead of helping his own hood. That is interesting. I guess he wanted to show he's the bigger man. Like, yo, I can team up with my baby mom's new boyfriend and do rap. But he got washed on the song. Moneybagg Yo washed him. It made his raps, it made him look like less of a rapper. So I don't know if that was such a great idea, but hey, it's true. So now look at this. He took your girl, he didn't take his girl. They were broken up. Dissed you in 5 songs, but we can't make Essex great again? Yeah, somebody tell Herbert we definitely back friends since we put in manly pride to the side. Call me brother, my number the same. Some people will make up with people that have been dissing them versus their childhood friends because it's more personal. He's not going to be friends with this guy again for a long time because it's very personal. You guys grew up together. It's not like Moneybagg Yo who didn't know. And, he's just letting bygones, letting everything be cool because it's, better than having friction with your baby mom who, because you got to still pick up your son and everything. It's different. Looks like Fatboy SSE got arrested. He's been having issues for a long time now. It's unclear what he's arrested for. It's just showing that he was arrested. Booked in Essex County, New Jersey. He's been arrested multiple times. He's had multiple problems with different girls. Lots going on with him. Turk responds to, when someone does this, when Turk did this whole thing with the paperwork with BG, sometimes when you get into a problem with people, it exposes how they really feel, right? I've had plenty of people from my past diss me over the past 20 years. 15 to 20 years, I've had people just diss me, right? And guess what? Most cases, I don't say nothing. You know why? Because I don't really have nothing negative to say about those people. I'm I'm disheartened that they come at me. It means that they didn't really mess with me, but all for all that time. But you know, they're telling their truth. They don't mess with me, right? They never did. But I still, like, I came into a lot of these situations with a genuine heart. I'm not out here using people or anything. So, like, when they come for me, I'm like, okay, I mean, I have nothing to say. I mean, you know, it's like I did this and this and this for you, and this is what I get in return. Okay, that's sad. And then you can never be friends with those people again. You can forgive them, and maybe they'll call you one day and they'll say they were tripping. But you can never have them around again because they have these ill feelings towards you. That's unfortunate, you know. Then we got Jim Jones making excuses out here for not picking up Mel from jail. Bro, like, there's no... I've never heard of a situation where the jail releases somebody. When they release you, this is how I know. I've had people that go to jail. They release you, right? Now you got to report to a halfway house by a certain time, right? There's no rule that nobody can pick you up. There's no rule that you can't get an Uber. There's no rule that you have to take a train and get off and take public transportation to the halfway house. There is no rule like that. Jim Jones is lying. Because everybody saw Melly come off the train with a trash bag and jail clothes. He didn't even have actual clothes to change into. For transport. They released him from jail, and he took public transport home to New York City, and then linked with Jim Jones. Jim Jones didn't send him a car service. Jim Jones didn't pick him up. Jim Jones didn't give him money for Uber. Jim Jones didn't drop off clothes for him. Nothing. So that's his first impression coming home. I don't care that Jim Jones got his jewelry out the drawer and polished it, put it on him, maybe had him around, maybe even gave him a job, right? Mel Matrix will never look at Jim Jones the same again. I heard there's a lot of friction behind the scenes, and it is what it is, you know? And Jim Jones is this is who Jim Jones is. Jim Jones is the type of person to backstab people. Look what he did to Cameron. Cameron had beef with 50 Cent. Jim Jones looked at it as an opportunity to get even with Cameron for all those years where he had to play the background. He had balling out, and he felt like, okay, this is my time to shine. I'm Cameron now. You're not Cameron. Sorry, buddy. Jim Jones is just, all he does is continue to prove who he really is. Not a great person. He's not. He thinks he's a tough guy, bully. Always been that way. And you know, you can feel how you want from where you're at. You've never dealt with Jim Jones. He's horrible, bro. Not a good person. I do give him props. He's probably one of the better rappers out of Dipset right now. That doesn't mean he's a different person. He's still the same Jim Jones. Same guy. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you in the next one. Peace.